Hey there, I'm Vishnu from the Quartet Critiques, talesontheweb.wordpress.com, and the mind-boggling blog Book Reviews. Today, I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite religious thrillers, Ashwin Sanghi's The Krishna Key. So first, let's see the first impressions. Reading the blurb, I wasn't that impressed. After reading great religious fiction like Amish, the Ramchandra series, and the Immortals of Meluha series, all of that was amazing. And reading the blurb, it didn't give me too much of a first impression. So I decided to give it a go, and I read the first chapter, and I was mind blown. It was quality writing, and it was pretty clear too. Even though he had a marvelous choice of words, Ashwin, everything was so clear and you could understand. That's what I liked about this book. So next, moving on to the character in this book. The protagonist, Professor Sanghi, was an amazing main character for this kind of situation. At the start of the book, you may think that he's lame and he's scared of everything. But then once you go ahead in the book, you see how he was slowly centered and then brought up by the author, Ashwin Sanghi. And the way he described Sanghi's feelings and also the villain's feelings were so real that you didn't know what side to take. The Tarak, who is the villain, or Sanghi's side. So you won't know what side to take. I mean, honestly, at one point of the book, I was completely on Tarak's side, and trust me, I only changed after towards the ending. Now, onto the storyline, the main story of the book. Now, in 3 words, it was fantastic. So basically, it revolves around Professor Sanghi, who is a history professor at a college, and he has been framed for the murder of his best friend, who was an enigmatic archaeologist working in the Indus Valley site, and discovered and deciphered a script in the Indus Valley and sent off bits and pieces to his friends. So then that same night he is murdered, right? Now, so no one knows why he sent it to these people, and no one knows what makes sense and stuff. So I mean, that's the story. Professor Sanghi goes to all his friends and evaluates the scripts and puts them together and stuff. But then there's one problem. Every time he is at one person, the friend's house or place, they're murdered. And guess who's blamed for all this? Haha, our history professor, Professor Sanghi. Now that's where the controversial part comes in. Tarak, who claims himself to be the 10th avatar of Vishnu, Kalki, goes on a killing spree, basically. So usually we think Krishna as a good personality, but that's the problem here. The next avatar of Vishnu, Kalki, is a serial killer. So that's what is very interesting in this book. At one point of time, Professor Sanghi is being chased by the police from one side and then by a killer from the other side. So then he's stuck in the middle, not knowing what to do. Well, I would give it about a 4.5 rating. I gave 4.5 because in random places there will be potholes or information dumps, meaning there's too much information in one place. And for a fiction, I don't think that much detail was necessary. But I agree it was needed for what they unfold in the ending. And that's all for the cons. Everything else was pretty well organized. The thrill you get from this book is top class. And the one thing that I enjoyed the most in this book was the twists and the turns. Oh my gosh, it freaks you out. You don't know what happens when, and so you're completely confused and you have no idea. So it's completely unexpected, and that was my first time reading the author, and I'm sure to continue reading this author because stills are amazing. And well, that's it. It's a really good book, and you should give it a read.